Yo, how's it going, everybody? We're at the Team Elusive Gaming House, and today's Toonie Thought Tuesdays, where we like to get our panties wet with gaming news. Let's get it started, everybody! Whoa!
Alright, sorry about that, guys. You know, the beat takes over a little bit, and it's just the intro.
Oh yeah, you get excited and whatnot.
Yeah, you know I get excited. He just takes over. You got to do it in one breath. And today we got a new episode of Toonie Thought Tuesdays, and I'm Clever X, your host. And today we got on our left is
Ivan. I am, I don't know, I play a little bit of League of Legends. I used to play World of Warcraft and all sorts of RPGs. I can say that I'm not an expert, but I know a little bit.
And to my right we have, you got your boy DJ Raptor here, DJing at Sin every night. Very, very hardcore gamer. Alright, so today we're going to start off with pretty much what's going on with E3 and all the gaming news and what makes your panties wet, pretty much. We're going to talk about the Xbox One for right now, and then we're going to talk about the PS4, and then we're going to pretty much compare the two and compare what's better with the RAM, the graphics card. What do you think, what they're trying to, the consumer, what they're going to do, what kind of audience they're trying to do, and what kind of games you think they're going to release and produce for the consumers and stuff. So we're going to start off with Xbox One. We're going to first start off with the price range. It's $499. Do you think it's, what do you guys thoughts on the $499?
That's, I mean, it's a new thing, of course, but $500, that's reasonable.
Yeah, $555 or something.
It's a new console. What do you expect? $500. That's a reasonable price.
Yeah, and you expect that for PlayStation, not to get off topic, but the PlayStation 120 gig was 600 plus when it first came out. Actually, the 80 gig was 2060 and 80 gig, and the 80 gig itself was 600 plus. So now that you think back, it's going to be like a half a terabyte hard drive for this Xbox One when it first comes out.
But the hard drive space right now is cheap, so it kind of makes sense.
So, and what are your thoughts on the $499 Xbox?
Hey man, for $499, Xbox is definitely the way to go. I mean, like you said, not to get off topic, but if you're going to go out there and spend $600 on an 80 gigabyte hard drive, shit, you're just better going off with 1 terabyte hard drive. You're going to save yourself money, you're going to get more space, and shit, you're going to get just as much, if not more, enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, I agree too.
I disagree, because there's one thing about hard drive space on your console, but another thing is what do you get to save on that hard drive? Oh, do you really need that much space or whatever to save your music? Are you going to be playing your music on this thing, or are you going to be watching the recent shows, Breaking Bad, I don't know, which goes,
Breaking Bad.
No.
Once upon a time.
Defiant. Oh.
Okay.
So good.
Okay. Yeah.
So good. The sci-fi show. But the point is that where is it available? Streaming. Where are you gonna get it? Xbox, PlayStation, maybe. Xbox for sure. It will support the Netflix. It will support all the streaming services. It will support your Facebook, your Twitter, your whatever. This is going to be your center, the media center. This is what you want. I mean, who cares how much hard drive space it's got? Even if it's a little bit lower on the specs as far as hardware goes, but they're targeting the regular customers. You people. That's what they do.
TV, like more apps for the Xbox One, right? More interactive.
More games, more apps, more music, more videos is what they're going for. They connect, improve.
Yeah.
Improve over kids. You can talk to your Xbox. Can you talk to your PlayStation 4? No. I'm sorry.
Alright, so what do you got to say?
You also have to take it from a DJ's point of stand of view, I mean, the Xbox has a way bigger hard drive. I constantly run my music, so I know I'm going to have all my backup data music saved onto the Xbox, and I'm still going to have memory to save everything else I need. And besides, with the PlayStation 4, yeah, you can have Netflix. The only problem is It doesn't air anything new. Everything you get from Netflix is old. If you want to catch something new, why not just go with the Xbox?
I don't know. Xbox got...
It's kind of the same, really.
Yes, but Xbox updates more regularly
Okay.
than PlayStation 4.
Here's the thing. Hardware-wise, yes, PlayStation is a little bit better. The graphics is
Better?
It's better.
Just to call it better.
Okay, as per usual, PlayStation's better graphics. But let's talk about support, eh?
That's a good one. Support.
Yeah, like Sony servers. I'm sorry. Do you want your account punked by somebody? Nah, no.
Like pretty much get hacked.
Like, man,
you know,
yeah,
you get robbed for your credit
easiest
card
way
information.
I can explain what he's trying to say is, I can hack a Sony account, no problem. I spent 2 weeks trying to hack an Xbox Live account, didn't get nowhere. Xbox is more secure, beats PlayStation 4 hands down any day. And besides, yeah, okay, the PlayStation 4 may have some better hardware techniques than the Xbox, but you can upgrade hardware.
Yeah.
It's not a complicated process.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go out there and get a book on hardware upgrading for dummies and do it. No problem.
Pretty much. And I think that when these consoles release, that they only have half a terabyte hard drive. Wait 6 months. What? They're gonna have 2 terabyte hard drive?
I'm pretty sure you could stick your own hard drive in there and put it 2 terabytes in there, no problem. It's not about space. All the technology right now is in the cloud. Okay,
in the RAM. I think it's where the RAM is at.
Clouds, man. Cloud technology. Get up to speed.
Yes.
But the RAM itself, I've been tweeting and getting a bunch of research. What they said pretty much is that the PlayStation 4 is going to have 9 gigs of RAM, and the Xbox One is going to have 8. But the PS4,
how the hell do you get
9 gigs of RAM.
That's retarded.
I don't know. That's what they said. That's what they released. And 8 out of these 9 gigs of RAM for the PlayStation 4 is going to be produced for gameplay, the sound, the visual looks. And for the Xbox One, it's going to be 5 out of 8 gigs to produce gameplay, sound, and everything else. So they're lacking in something, but Xbox One has to prove something. What are those extra 3 gigs for?
Yes, I understand your point, but first of all, I don't know where 9 came from, because this just doesn't make any sense. On the other hand, the difference between hardware, it doesn't really matter at that point, because yes, well, PlayStation 4 has got a little bit better specification. I understand. If they had that support to support it, pardon the pun, but I'm sorry, we can't really trust Sony. Sony never listened to their fans.
No, never listen to their consumers, their users.
Exactly.
I feel like YouTubers out there actually try and get to PlayStation, Xbox, and YouTubers and commentators get to the Microsoft employees.
Yeah.
Easy. They can tweet to them and they actually read their input, and kind of like, okay, this is what I don't feel like Xbox reads. Okay, they want a Facebook app completely. They alternate a little bit and think, all right, we're going to change it this way to make a little bit money or to make it our own way. They actually take the consumer's input and actually take it into consideration and give it a little twist. And because obviously they're going, developers and producers are going to produce their own. This is what I think is going to make money.
Because
let's face it, they're not producing these consoles and everything for nothing, for fun. Microsoft is out there to make money. That's why you pay for Xbox Live. You pay for what you get. Microsoft is going to make you pay. So when it comes to the conclusion of comparing the two consoles, is Xbox going to rise up? And are you still going to get what you pay for or is it just going to be like a standard price, and it's like, okay, we knew this was coming, we knew that we were going to pay this standard price.
Okay, but you have to realize, Xbox has always lived up to its expectations. They value what the consumers have to say. PlayStation doesn't take into consideration what the consumers have to say. All they care about is the money they can make. And the thing is, you know, with 9 gigs of RAM, do you honestly need that much RAM?
That's more than a computer. Nowadays, it's more than a computer.
Oh, okay.
And even my computer was a gaming computer.
Old Republic, you need 8 gigs of RAM to play comfortably. Okay, fine. Yes, because it's a console, they can take all this RAM and implement it and use it for the best. I understand. That's not about that. The whole thing is you, as a user, you care what kind of games you're going to be playing and how they're going to run. Yes, they might have a little bit less hardware, but you're not going to notice it because...
Yeah. Did I put you on timeout for a second? They actually increased the frames per second for the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. But to the human eye, you don't see a change. It's such a small, drastic change that you don't even realize or see it, you know what I mean?
Well, as long as it's over 60 frames per second, nobody's going to see it.
Well, what if it's double? You can't see it. The eye only sees 60 frames per second, or less than that.
Yeah, okay.
Or less than that, you know? So if they double the frames per second, or the graphics or something,
it's not going to make a difference.
You won't really, compare the two screens together and see, like, the graphics-wise and see that this one's running slower than the other because of the frame rate. You're not going to see that because the eye can only take in so much that I think that they produced so much on the graphics and the frames rate and everything.
It's going to be noticeable at some point, okay? When you're playing a fast-paced game, it is noticeable.
Or like explosions.
Yes, perhaps. Yes,
yeah, perhaps.
It is noticeable to a certain degree. But the point of that is that the hardware differences are not that much. So, if optimized, Xbox One can run just as fast as PlayStation 4 at the same game. But let's look back into history. Like, what kind of games can you get at PlayStation, and what kind of games you can get on an Xbox?
Okay, well, the best example I can give you is, if you honestly look at it, PlayStation, they have the real driving simulator called Gran Turismo, exclusive only to the PlayStation. As far as I'm concerned, if you want a racing game, you're better off just going out and buying Need for Speed. However, with the Xbox, they were the original creators of the very first game, along with Bethesda Softworks, which was the biggest MMORPG game, which was Morrowind, The Elder Scrolls 3, for the very first original Xbox. They're making the Xbox One backwards compatible, so you will still be able to play the great games that you enjoyed on the Xbox 360 and the original Xbox on the Xbox One. The PlayStation.
I don't know if they're going backwards compatible.
Well, the PlayStation 4, as far as to my knowledge and what they've released, is it will be backwards compatible, but only with PlayStation 3 games and only games that were helped produced and developed by Sony.
Okay, so third-party games will not be able to...
Here we go, Sony again. Like, oh, it's not made by us. Okay, well, we're not going to support it.
Yeah.
This is the part that I don't really like. I mean,
they're greedy.
You don't really care who made it. All you want to do is play the goddamn game, right?
Right. Exactly.
Pretty
you
much.
Like the game, you want to play the game.
Yeah.
And
well,
if you're saying, oh, well, we didn't produce it, we want more money, fuck it.
Exactly.
Well, the Xbox.
If you're missing out on a few pixels here and there, like, you know, some shaders, whatever, maybe clouds don't look just as realistic.
But
if you don't get a whole game at all, like, I'm sorry, but you gotta change your console.
No, that is a complete letdown when you can't play the game you want to play.
Yeah. So let's move on to a different subject, because this one is iffy. It's about the used game market itself for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. There's been a whole lot of like rumors going around saying that, you know, the used games, you'll be only be able to put it on one system here and there. And if I let you borrow whatever, it's just a demo game for you, and then you have to go on like the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store to buy the rights to it, and it's going to cost about full game price for you able to play the whole game. What are your thoughts on like the whole license thing and paying for a game that's already been bought?
Well, you know, I think Xbox did the smart thing on actually making it that way, because if you honestly think about it, yeah, okay, if I do borrow, for an example, Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah, it's a demo game, but if I like the game that much from playing the demo, I have no problem spending the money to get the rights. And if you want to bill me monthly, go ahead, because you know what, I know I'm at least getting my money's worth, and I know I'm getting my enjoyment out of the game. I wanted the game, I'm willing to pay for it. What are your thoughts?
It's inevitable. It's inevitable because, see, if I were a game developer, I would definitely want to get my salary paid. And I'm sorry, but real good programmers and real good designers
are not going to work for free.
They're not going to work for free. In fact, they're getting paid quite a bit. Not only that, to do the whole project, it takes sometimes years, right, to do all that stuff. So, getting charged for a used game, I don't know, like, personally, my gut feeling, it ain't great. On the other hand, if you really like the game, why not pay for it?
So, let me add this in. If you get a used game or whatever, and you